Welcome to this update to my Parkinson's disease video, which was first published in April 1st of 2024, which was later re-released without the annoying background music. I decided to go back and do some searching to see what has been published in the months since this video was launched. I found 3 new studies which reinforce the points I not only tried to make in my previous Parkinson's video, but I make most of the time. If you're familiar with my videos, you'll see the same themes repeating themselves. I've uncovered these themes with many years of extensive research and put them into practice as the former director of medical education for a microbiome firm. And now with my own platform, I'm able to reach and help many more people. So let's take a look at these 3 new papers. We start with an FMT, fecal microbiota transfer study. Now, in my original video, I presented the amazing results from an FMT study in Parkinson's, highlighting the power of the microbiome and its connection to the brain. Here we see more impressive work. With these 56 mild to moderate PD subjects, half received encapsulated FMT and half a placebo. FMT treatment showed significant improvement in Parkinson's-related autonomic symptoms compared with the placebo group. In addition, as shown in Figure A, those classified as FMT responders had significant improvement in a wide array of symptoms as compared to the FMT non-responders. Response is basically determined by what level the new microbiome was able to take up residence in the new GI tract. I talk more in this concept in my video dedicated to FMT. The authors also state, quote, compare with healthy donors, the top 5 changed bacteria at the genus level in patients with Parkinson's were Blautia, which was decreased, and OTU from Lactobacillus, I'm not going to get into explaining that, Fusicatenibacter, decreased, and another OTU, which I won't get into, and Enterococcus, which was increased. If we compare what we just saw to my comprehensive meta-analysis of all published original research studies comparing the human fecal microbiome of Parkinson's subjects versus that of healthy controls, we see things line up perfectly. Like with the healthy controls versus Parkinson's subjects from our previous FMT paper, across the board in all Parkinson's studies globally, we see the genus Blautia was always significantly higher in healthy controls versus Parkinson's, as was Fusicatenibacter, a health-promoting one-species genus, and the classic opportunistic pathogen Enterococcus, which I often highlight, was significantly higher in Parkinson's subjects in the FMT paper, as well as always significantly higher in Parkinson's subjects globally whenever a significant difference was found for this genus. As you can see here, all in orange. And in the new paper we're about to see, the amazing genus Roseburia was found to be significantly higher in healthy controls, more green for this column, while your 2 genera of probiotics, Bifidobacterium and Lactobacillus, were found to be significantly higher in Parkinson's, more orange. All 3 of these findings are consistent with this microbial fingerprint I've established for Parkinson's over the years. So more data to reinforce what I already know, but information you've unlikely seen before. I hope you're enjoying the video so far. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and recommend to friends and family. Also, if you're feeling extra generous, hit the super thanks below. So here is that paper I just referenced. You can see the breakdown in abundance in Table B. Within B, the significant reductions in the butyrate-producing genera Butyriccoccus and Roseburia, as well as the critical family Lactobacillus, here listed as Clostridium cluster 14A, of which Roseburia is a member, lead to the author's conclusion at the bottom, highlighting the importance of butyrate, something I mention all the time. These authors also state within this paper, quote, a hallmark of Parkinson's is the aggregation of misfolded alpha-synuclein protein in both the central and peripheral nervous system, forming aggregates of Lewy bodies. The discovery of alpha-synuclein aggregates in the enteric gut nervous system, coupled with the early gastrointestinal symptoms of Parkinson's, i.e. constipation, has led to the hypothesis that the pathogenesis of Parkinson's may originate in the GI tract or at least outside of the central nervous system. In addition, it is hypothesized that alpha-synuclein aggregates can be transported in a prion-like manner from the enteric nervous system to the CNS through the vagus nerve. With that quote in mind, we look at this paper I recently found. So there are basically two microbial theories on the origins of Parkinson's. One is that gut inflammation drives permeability, and inflammatory compounds make their way to the brain, where they drive a cascade of inflammation leading to Parkinson's and those with susceptibility. The other theory is the one just previously touched upon, the slow inflammatory ascent up the vagus nerve from the dysbiotic gut. Here, these authors looked at the occurrence of Parkinson's in those who had their vagus nerve severed surgically. Now, why would someone do this? Well, years ago, this was a common treatment for peptic ulcer. So what they did was compare the rates of Parkinson's for more than 20 years past either a selective vagotomy, where the nerve supply of the stomach is severed, or a full truncal vagotomy, where both vagal trunks are severed. So here's the interesting thing. For the selective, which would still allow alpha-synuclein from the gut to reach the brain, the rates of Parkinson's at 20 years plus were equal to that of the general population, and twice that for those who had the full vagotomy, where in theory the alpha-synuclein could not creep up the vagus nerve. So this lends some credibility to this theory. However, I should include our previous FMT study here, the one from the original Parkinson's video, and my personal success helping those with Parkinson's, lends more credence to the other theory, that of gut permeability. Why do I say this? Because the vagal nerve theory is one which requires many years to evolve. For example, constipation, a red flag for dysbiosis, a very common symptom in Parkinson's, occurs roughly 10 years before motor symptoms. So how can this slow process of prion-like creep up the vagal nerve be reversed within days by changing the microbiome for the better? Either way, the fact remains that the gut microbiome is highly correlated to Parkinson's. And I know the bad guys, which are significantly increased in Parkinson's. And I know the health promoters, which are significantly decreased. And I know how to feed the good guys to alter the environment of the gut to favor them and ultimately reduce inflammation. So if you or a loved one suffers from Parkinson's, perhaps it's time to try something more intelligent, something based on the science. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe. Also, somewhere around here, you can go to my website where you can schedule a consultation with me. You can also view the protocols, and here you can watch the next video.